Hey everyone, I want to take a moment and go over our week number 1 assignments. So there's a few things you have to do for our first week of instruction, and this video is going to be a tutorial to help you along the way. Now, first things first, every single week I will have a workshop for you guys. This workshop is really our practice with some college level concepts. We're first going to begin with critical reading. We have other workshops as well, like summarizing, analyzing, thesis writing, and all of these workshops are intended to prepare us for this level of writing, and also to prepare us for that final exam, which will be coming up at the end of the semester. So I always have the workshops titled like this, so that I have the word workshop in the beginning and then the subject following. So when you click on the first link here, it'll take you to a discussion page. Now, I have a slideshow prepared for you guys, which is why my first item on the in the instruction page is for you to download the PowerPoint, just so you could get full access of the PowerPoint that I am using during my lecture video. And then I have the first part of the workshop, which is following steps 1 through 5. And 1 through 5 are all listed in my lecture here. So all you have to do is click on it, watch the lecture, and then complete steps 1 through 5. Then I have practice 1, which is connected to steps 1 through 5. So steps 1 through 5 give you 5 different steps on being like a strong critical reader, and then I have you practice that. So your practice number 1 should be completed on a separate form, like maybe a Microsoft Word page or a Google Docs page, whatever you're comfortable using. And then you're going to follow the rest of these instructions, watch the rest of my lecture video, which is covering steps 6 through 10. Yes, I'm sure you've already figured out by now that this is a 10-step workshop. And then, of course, practice 2 is going to be on steps 6 through 10. So what are you supposed to do after you are done with both practices? Well, notice this reply option right here at the bottom. You are going to click on the reply option, and I just want to show you what it looks like. A text box appears. Now, if you did your work on a Google Docs page and you saved it in your computer, you can just attach it right here. So the paperclip indicates the attachment. If you just want to copy paste your work right here in the dialog box, you can do that. And then as soon as you post your reply, you will be able to see your reply as well as other classmates' reply on the general discussion page. The last part of this workshop is for you to respond to at least 2 classmates. And again, you're not going to be able to see what your classmates posted until you yourself have posted your replies. So as soon as you post your 2 practices, at the bottom here, you'll be able to see whoever else posted, and then you might want to give it a day or 2, and then of course go ahead and reply to your classmates. I have some advice for you at the bottom here on the kind of responses I would like you to leave. Now, here's my advice. You should be posting your 2 practices by Thursday or Friday the latest, because you want to give yourself and your classmates enough time to read through some of these practices and then to reply to the ones that they like. So the final discussion will be due Sunday, but again, I would like you to post your initial response by Thursday and Friday the latest. Let me click cancel here and go back to our home page. As soon as you're done with this workshop, you are then ready to begin the Unit 1 readings. So here's how I arrange the readings. The link is right here. When you click on the link, this is the first article in our first unit on superheroes. You're going to click on the link. At the top, it'll redirect you. Click on the main link, And here is the website. This is from the Smithsonian Magazine. It's an article. No, thank you. I don't want to subscribe. It's an article by Robin Rosenberg that I would like you to read. So then after you are done reading the article, you are going to do two things with it. You're going to take a quiz, and then you're going to write a very short response. So what's the quiz about? Now, I want to warn you about the quiz. You should only take the quiz after you have fully read the article. You cannot just like preview the quiz or play around and like open it and then close it just to see what it's all about. As soon as you begin the quiz, the time is already going to be ticking away. So this is a 5-question quiz and you have 15 minutes to complete it. So if I were you, I would make sure that I read the article carefully, that I took some notes on the article, and then as soon as I'm ready to begin the quiz, then the 15-minute limit is going to begin. Do not leave your computer in the middle. Do not like close your browser for whatever reason. Make sure that you are actually using your time wisely, and then that you have marked every single question. I do have an extra credit question for you guys. So it's actually going to be 6 questions, but only 5 points counted. The 6th one, I'm going to grade myself. And then, of course, how long do you have to do this? Well, you have until the end of the week to read the article and then to take the quiz. It's not difficult. If you've read the article thoroughly, you will be able to do a good job on the quiz. The reason I can't show you where the start button is because I'm on instructor mode, and all of this is not going to be available until the first day of instruction. But I did want to show you what the quiz is like and how many points this one is, which is again 5 points. Now, going back to our home page, notice how that's for this article, and I tabbed all of the assignments that are due this week. So anything that has a tab is whatever you have to complete for this particular week. So notice how we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different assignments that we have to complete. And they're all different point values. Like this is 5 points, the workshop is 10 points, the quiz is 5 points, the response is 5 points, and so on. I'm sure you guys will be able to figure it out. Now for the response, again, the response is in relation to the article that you just read. And when you click on the response option, here is the instructions that go with it. The response is not going to make sense right now because you have not read the article yet. As soon as you read the article, you'll be able to understand some of the concepts that are mentioned in the response. And then what I would like you to do is to do like a response to the question here, maybe 1 or 2 paragraphs. And then once you're ready, you will be able to post it. Again, the post option is not showing right now. It'll be like up here. The reason for that is because I'm in the instructor format and not the student format. The student format is not yet available. Again, you can either upload a file onto this page, or you can copy paste your work so that I will be able to see it. Now, I want you guys to notice that responses are only accessible for the instructor. So I'm the only one that's going to be able to see your response here. It's the discussions that can be viewed by your fellow classmates. So this one is not quite for your classmates. It's just for me to read on my own. Another thing I want to point out is that first article is actually an online article. It's a magazine article, so it's easy to access. This second link is going to take us to the Cal State LA page. We need the library to access it. So it's a book chapter, and it's chapter 2 of the book that it's going to redirect us to. So when you click on the link, And it doesn't have a preview available for some reason, so you will have to click on the link twice. Click on the link again, and it'll take you directly to the book. At first, it'll ask you to log into the Cal State LA Library. You just need your username and you need your password to log in, and then it'll take us to the full book. Now, remember how I told you we're reading chapter 2 of the book, and this is chapter 1. So make sure you click on chapter 2 in the table of contents and make sure to read the book chapter that's titled Heroes and Superheroes. It's by Jeff Loeb and Tom Morris. So you'll be reading this entire book chapter. And then once you are done with the book chapter, you have another quiz and another response to complete. Notice that this quiz is 10 points because it's longer. The book chapter is a little bit longer. So once you click on the quiz, you will be able to see that for this quiz, I'm giving you a 30-minute time limit. And 30 minutes because, again, 10 questions is more. The article is a little bit more challenging, and you'll probably need more time to complete it. Again, the final due date is Sunday, so you have the entire week to work on this, to read the chapter, to take notes on it. Please make sure you are taking notes on all of the readings that I'm assigning. Some of them are readings, some of them are going to be videos, online videos, some are magazine articles. There's just different varieties of sources that I picked, and I like that. I like that we have so many different varieties here. So when I go to the home page, the last item for our week number 1 agenda is a response. Again, it's a response, which means I'm the only one that will be able to read it, to see it. And this is the response. Again, this is only going to make sense after you have done the reading for that particular chapter. And then here are the instructions. Once again, I want to clarify that you can do your work on a separate, like Google Docs or Microsoft Word page. You will have the option to upload a file, or you will have the option to copy paste your work on this assignment page directly. And again, notice you guys that most of your assignments for this week are due on Sunday. And I think that's important to know because it says August 30 for all of them, with the exception of the workshop right here, which is August 28, because that's when I would like you to first post your practices and then give the rest of the class a few days to read the posts and then to comment on to classmates. So that is going to be the week number 1 work that I'm assigning. I hope my tutorial is clear, but if you do have any questions at all, please feel free to ask. If there's any problems at all with the links, that you're not maybe gaining access to any of these readings, please let me know. I tried to organize this for you guys so that it's easy to use and easy to understand. So good luck on week number 1.